Hello, dorks. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. How's it going, Jam? It's time for Unchatter. It's time for Dwarf Fortress. It's time. It's time. We're gonna do the thing. We've been in this fortress for a hot minute now. A hot minute. And there's been one thing that's been on my to-do list the entire time, and we have failed to succeed in it. And I think there's precious little else that we need to do in this fortress, so I think it's gonna be my focus today. I want to make a sauna. It might not be the original vision that I had on an ice sheet. I don't know that that's gonna happen, but I do think I have a way to make a sauna happen on this map. Just a little bit lower, just a little bit underground, just a little bit all the way underground. So we're gonna play around with that. Gonna do some hot yoga. We're gonna get our kobolds into some hot yoga. See if the bears join in. Yeah, Steam time. Hello, Barely Creative. How's it going? It is Thursday. Oh boy, is it a Thursday. But we're here. We're here. Today's episode is brought to you by a sauna, some steam, some hot rocks, and water, and them combining. And by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in Discord, hanging out in VODs, wherever you want to hang out. You are the steam that is being produced by the water coming in contact with me. Does that work? Does that one work? I don't know about that one. So I appreciate you being here and hanging out with me as I go potentially insane with trying to make this work. We're gonna continue. Love the hair, thank you. I just fluffed it up a little bit. I usually just have it tucked behind my hair. I was just glancing through some old VODs because I had I got my backup situation more settled. I have an actual backup system, I should say. So I was like glancing through some older VODs to make sure all the files made it there. And I was like, oh, I like it when my hair's all kind of everywhere, don't I? It kind of looks nice, doesn't it? But yeah. Thank you. Oh, I keep meaning to. we're needing to deconstruct our scaffolding here. We never actually did that. So at the end of the last stream, we had basically concluded our grid here, and then just in the process of taking a screenshot of this and making it look all pretty and rereading the wiki, I made a minor discovery. And the discovery is that we were being silly. This is not how you make a glass window. This isn't how you do it. We made gems out of glass and then cut the gems and then made a gem window out of cut green glass. That's silly. You don't do that. So I did this offline but then didn't save. So we're just gonna redo this so I can show you. But we're gonna go to our magma glass forge. We're gonna make a green glass window. It's literally that. That's what we had to do. I would like to give you the turning on the steam and bringing the good vibes award, because like that's not always easy right now. True. I'm gonna give you as many good vibes as I have, but it is not that many. Oh my god. One of my friends this weekend put my hair in a side braid, and I'm so excited about learning how to do that myself. I still need to figure out how to braid my hair as well. That's been on my to-do list for a hot minute now. I keep meaning to try to braid my hair like right before I wash it. So I could like, try it once and then undo it, and then, no harm, no foul, right? Because I'm just going to immediately redo all my hair. And then I just forget every time. I'll be halfway through the shower and be like, oh, I meant to do that. That's been my life recently. Getting strong intrusive thoughts to slash back my hair hugely. Z did that not too long ago. And I think it worked out well. There's our window. Holland green glass window. It's a masterwork green glass window. Hooray. You'll resist, you think? That's fair. I don't know, I've had similar thoughts. I get frustrated with my hair sometimes too. But sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna chop it all off. But I don't think that that would actually serve me very well. Also got vaguely disapproving chiding for having split ends, so I chopped 1.5 inches off the ends last night. That's fair. Vaguely disapproving chiding. I like that. I don't know. That's not something that I struggle with, but I also like don't do anything with my hair, right? Like I don't dye my hair. I don't heat treat my hair. I don't curl it. I just let it air dry. So like as far as that is concerned, my hair is relatively healthy, I think. I've chopped my hair an annoyance and really regretted it. That's fair. Yeah, it's like a moment of annoyance and then months of trying to grow it back, right? Had just been like 2+ years since I cut it last. That also happens. Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, but Z did that not too long ago, and I was like trying to be like, you sure? You sure? You sure? You like your long hair? You've talked very approvingly of your long hair before. And they're like, well, no, maybe they just went for it, and now they like it, and it looks good. So it can work out, but also caution. Okay, so here's the other thing. There's gem window. There's also glass window. I don't know that I ever really processed that these are two different things. Everything else here is built as a gem window. We have one glass window, green glass window. That's the answer. That's what you're supposed to do. I think I last cut it before the wedding, so a couple of years ago-ish. Jeez. Cut it at all? Not even like a trim? I try to give mine a trim every several months. Oh, usually when I'm annoyed, usually when I'm getting annoyed with how long it is, I'll kind of be like, I can kind of tell how far down my chest it goes, right? I'm like, oh, it's about there. I think it might be time to trim off an inch or so. But I just do it myself, honestly. I do the long parts, and then I make Z do the shave the short parts. And it's been working. Anyway, that will get built. We have some caged goblins. We have some caged crundles. We have a caged magma crab. And there's 2 other magma crabs. Oh, and a cave crocodile. Oh, the cave crocodile's new. Hello, cave crocodile. It's even moving around. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, so not all of our creatures are broken. But we do have 2 more magma crabs down here, and yep, they haven't moved as well. I don't know why some of our creatures just get stuck on the edge. And don't do anything. Like the fire snakes seem fine, but fire snakes are vermin, so they almost don't count. And then there was a bird person, but I think they flew off. I don't think the eagle person stayed around. I would kind of like to catch these magma crabs. The cage just ended up there. Guys, I guess that's not a bad thing if I want to toss a magma crab in there. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the same thing we did last time, which was where'd they go? Where'd the crabs go? I'm going to take these 2 crabs, going to get our teleporter, going to snag 2 wild magma crabs. I'm going to plop them here, betwixt my cage traps, and see if they wander in. Because that's what happened last time. Like this is literally my magma crab trap, right? If the magma crabs were working properly, they would just walk into this on their own and we'd be catching magma crabs all day long. But they haven't wanted to do that, so I'm gonna hack them. Yeah, I don't know. So, okay. And then this is just like a side project, right? I kind of want to keep messing around. Oh, there's one. So that worked. Of course, now if the other one walks this way, it'll just end up back in the magma, but that's not that big of a deal. Also, someone's going to come down and grab this at some point. There we go. Okay, perfect. Magma crab in an adamantine cage. Lovely. So let's go back and check on this. And there you go. It has completed. The green glass one looks kind of dramatically different, I think. It's just so dang dark. But that is literally all of them. This is what the screenshot is, or the graphic that I assembled is. We're mining some more violet because I want more violet spessartine for our buy flag, right? I want more of these because it's still kind of mysterious about how, like, when you put multiple colors in here, which one it chooses. It's still kind of mysterious. So if I say like violet spessartine, let's just do one. Oh, come on. Not like that. And I have to delete, not right click. Then I put two other things in there, but it's going to be the other things. If I do two other things and then violet, still the other thing. If I do one and then violet and then another, it's still, yeah. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'd rather just have enough gems to make them all. So we're mining for more gems. We should have people digging. Yep, we got people digging. They're gonna work on it. This is not an aquifer. Thank God. This is not an aquifer. So they're just gonna mine this out. And that will be fine. Morganite, cobalite, cryolite, kimberlite, pyrite. None of those. Should be fine. Should be fine. Okay, let's talk about a sauna. So maybe we should do like a proof of concept first. But I have two thoughts. I'm of two minds. I want to make a room down here that is going to be, it's going to be nice, right? We're going to make it like a recreational area of some kind, maybe like a bonus tavern or a bonus temple or something. So I do want it to be nice. I do also want it to be sizable. Like I'm thinking we have more area over here or over here, right? Like we could dig out a bit. This is semi-molten rocks. We can't go this way, but we can go a bit more this way and a bit more this way. So what if we had a room in here? The kobolds have arrived. Hooray. Let's do this. Let's do a proof of concept first. My understanding of how this works, or how this could work. Let's go like over here even. Just a spot that I'm not going to want to use for something else. I'm going to channel here, and that should reveal a magma flow. And I'm going to channel here so we can dump water onto it. That's the idea here. Because my understanding, like we've kind of devised three kind of categories of steam production, right? To varying amounts of success. Three possibilities for how to make steam, right? One of them we've not been able to get work at all, and that is put a hot thing in water. Can't really just put a fire snake in water. You can't put like a barrel of booze in magma. Like just combining a hot thing and a wet thing does not seem to make steam. We haven't been able to get that to work. The second way, which definitely works but is not feasible for what we want to do, is when you combine water and magma. So if water and magma combine, that will generally create steam and obsidian. But it consumes the water and the magma. So you would have to... Yeah, look at that, magma flow. So you would have to be pumping in fresh magma and pumping in fresh water and potentially clearing out the obsidian as it's created, which is not what we're going for here. I want something that can just like run in the background and doesn't require constant supervision. The other way to make steam is to drop water on a magma flow. In theory, right? Let's do a pond here. Get someone to drop water here. This should create steam. This should not create obsidian. This should not consume the magma flow. It will consume the water, but that is much more easy to deal with, right? To have it continuously produce steam, we're gonna have to continuously provide water. I think that's reasonable. It's just continuously getting new magma upstairs is a pain in the butt. Magma flow cannot be moved unless we were willing to really hack. That would be like unreasonably hacking. Turning tiles upstairs into magma flow is not how I want to do this. And I also don't know if it would work. So this is my thought. This is we're just going to have the sauna be downstairs. We have an infinite source of water in the cave lake. And then the magma flow is just going to be there forever. So in theory, we can just basically drip drain the lake onto the magma flow. Make that area look nice. Bam, hot yoga. This is all still flooding. Hilarious. Delighted to be near a waterfall. There are so many waterfalls. It's all waterfalls. I didn't realize how many jags back and forth we had getting down here. My Twitch stats didn't load? What is this? I can't see how many people are watching. Hey, a strange mood. Have I locked all of our adamantine? What little is left? Oh, we still have 19 left and it's all locked. Okay, perfect. No touchy. Okay, so here. Cobbled with bucket. Filled with water. You are going to... I'm gonna go slowly. So I want to observe this happening. You haven't done it yet? You haven't dropped it yet? Okay, there. You have dumped a bucket's worth of water. It is now on top of the magma flow. It is now resting on top of the magma flow. Does it just sit there? I'm gonna unpause. It just sits there? I swear the wiki said something about this. I'm about to be really sad. Magma flow is a special type of map tile found at the bottom of the magma sea, forming the floor above semi-molten rock. Creatures can walk safely on the tiles as long as no magma is present. But since magma pools and volcanoes refill by spawning magma directly above magma flow tiles, they tend not to remain safely walkable for long. Natural walls and floors dropped onto a magma flow by a cave-in will disappear. This happens in the same tick as the cave-in, and the magma flow will consume the entire column no matter how high it is. That's funny. Similarly, obsidian cannot be cast onto a magma flow tile, and instead both water and magma present will disappear into a puff of steam. Excuse me? Where is my puff of steam? If the magma is cleared away or if a large area is excavated beneath stone directly above, magma flow tiles will annihilate and animate and sparkle just like the original magma flow from the earliest version of Dwarf Fortress. Interesting. Does it need more water? Obsidian cannot be cast onto magma flow tile, and instead, both water and magma present will disappear. Okay, so it needs to have magma on top of. So it's not the magma flow tile itself. Okay, that makes more sense. We want the magma flow tile to produce magma, and then we drop water onto that magma. It produces steam without producing obsidian, because you can't have obsidian on top of the magma flow. Is that how I'm supposed to I think that's how that means. But it isn't making magma. If I guess, how quickly does magma get made? Okay, well that dried out. And like the semi-molten rock, would just having water surrounded by semi-molten rock make it warm? Does that boil the water? How do boil water? How to make tea? I think really what we're running into is that the game is not calculating temperature in these circumstances. Rock crystal, smoky quartz, clear zircon, galena, microcline, heliodor, hematite, fire opal, native platinum, topaz, pyrolusite, and cat's eye. We should go check out what the kobolds have. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a bit, maybe even do a little bit more. I'm curious to see if this can produce any magma. Can that do anything? Or I guess we could have like magma flow onto magma flow. I mean, it's really just, it doesn't have to be magma created by the magma flow, it just has to be magma on magma flow. This is going to be complicated. This is going to get really complicated. I want to find bins. I have a nice finished good bin here. I wish it told me. I want to know like which stockpile these things are in. Can I name bins? We have this pile down here. I have this pile of things that are masterwork, so I can't really melt them because I'll make someone upset. Also, look at our melt pile. Holy cow, look at our melt stockpile. I can't really just name this. Also, there's just named shields in here. I'm sure we don't want to get rid of those. It's mostly just these bolts, though. And I have named the stockpile. It just doesn't show up. If I could sort this screen by the stockpile they were in, not just by depot, not by distance, but like show me which stockpile they're in. That's really all I want. Oh, there's the green, the 3 vials of liquid fire. No one ever names a bolt. It's best not to get attached to ammo. This is my emotional support crossbow bolt. Q. Aw, oh, damn. I'm sad now. Let's just do the one. Also, hi. So if we're... we're good on aluminum. I guess I do want to look at their gems. If you have... Violet Spessartine? That's the one I'm looking for? Yeah, I guess not. Oh well. Let's look at your meat. Let's take a look at your meat. You're not gonna have anything nice because I can't request things of you because you're my people, which is silly. Yeah, you ain't got nothing. You got sheets. You have crutches. You have cheese. We don't need any of this. We don't need any of this. I guess we can take some berries. Leaves and fruit. Let's just collapse everything. Leaves and fruit. And that does not require this entire bin, so they're not going to get the entire bin. So what if we had... It's gonna be like a multiple level construction. Okay, there you go. All good. You have claimed a workshop. You're gathering materials. You found some gems. That is fine. So... yeah. Because like the top of the magma is up here. Of course, so we'd be getting the magma and the water from like one layer apart, which is kind of funny. I guess I could pump from above. That would be a lot safer than just having it'll come out all pressurized. Of course, now I've chosen an awkward spot for this, but this is a test. We're gonna keep it in the awkward spot so we can test our premise here. We're gonna mine that out, and then I'm going to put in a wall. Let's just find some microcline. We have plenty of microcline. I think they can get down here to mine that before that happens. So now we're gonna want like two inputs. We're gonna want like 2 inputs. So I'm gonna say I want a hole over here. This is gonna go up. And then, yeah, we want it from there. And then I can mine this out, and then the magma's right there. So then I'm just gonna channel here, right? Because there's nothing above that, so it can't... We've also learned that it isn't really pressurized in the same way. So we're gonna put a magma pump there, which is gonna want power, so oh geez, routing power all the way down here. But I think that's what we're in for. I think whatever we do, it's gonna be weird and complicated, so that's just the nature of it. So that's how the magma is gonna get in. Normally I would want to close this in a way that magma crabs couldn't get in, but that hasn't seemed to have been an issue. So maybe I don't care. You can also close this when we're done. So this is the test, right? This is our test. So I'm going to see if we can make a magma safe screw pump. Right? I want to say... What is... we had some kaolinite at some point? Porcelain? We can do porcelain. And then iron. That should be magma safe. No one fall in, please. Maybe we do like a hatch while it's not going. I'm gonna put in a safety hatch. We've had enough weird things happen in this fortress. Fall in? These dorks never. No one's ever made a silly misstep here. Okay. So that all happened. That all should be fine. Perfect. Gotta love constructing with blocks. Mysterious construction has begun. And now you're stuck inside. Classic. Okay. But I'm also going to wall this off, so it's like a vertical pipe, essentially. A wall there, a wall there, a wall there. Just seeing him down there. And then we want a way to introduce water with this other hole. Well, now that magma crab's moving around. Are you going for it right now? You're just gonna pop up right now, aren't you? Are you for real? That one's caged, those two are caged, there's more pond grabbers, and there's one magma crab. And you're just going right for the hole, aren't you? Maybe not. That makes me nervous. That makes me awfully nervous. So our real construction is gonna have to take that into account. We can't just leave that open. Okay, thank you. Please save my miner. Please leave. Please get out of there. We can make that again. And then for water, I do think having it off to the side here makes sense. I'm gonna just channel here and channel here. And we'll channel here, but I'm gonna dig a way around it. And then I guess I need a stair up, right? Because then I guess I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pump from... I guess we could just have... I don't know. I want to control it, right? I feel like pumping it is gonna give us more control over it. As opposed to like a floodgate that just lets it all in. Because especially with water, since it's all pressurized, I don't want to like flood it all at once. So if I have my... Okay, well there's a hatch at least. My hole is here, so that's gonna go there, and then that's gonna go there. Airsay has created Gazacat, a gypsum ring. Hooray, thank you. Let's plop that up here. Right. There we go. Let's go gypsum ring Gazacat. It is our second artifact gypsum ring. Because of course. Okay. So they're going to work on all this, right? That's all gonna happen. It's all gonna be fine. I do want this channeled. Why'd you suspend it? Well, we'll let them figure it out. Oh, because they can't get down there. And just for the sake of being safe and the fact that we have 1,000,000 floor grates. Our king has been demanding floor grates. We have a bunch of floor grates. That's actually going to come in very handy. So, I need a way up. I should do a stair like back here. So I'm going to have to construct a stair? How does this work? Building stairs up is always kind of awkward. Because I can't do that, so I'm going to have to like come from below, or come from above. So if our pit is here, I'm going to have our pump here. But then that's going to create like a breach of some kind. Let's do... I'm going to say we're going to channel here so that our water is going to come in through here. And like this will be the tile. Or no, I want to do it like this. So this is the tile we pump from. The pump is here, and then it pumps to here. And then and then what? And then we access it like this. I'm gonna say like this first. And then channel down, and then that should be fine, and you're just gonna plop onto the grate there. That's fine. It seems like well, there are still a lot of people digging. Could not find path. Yeah, okay, so I think they figured it out. Okay, so that's all fine. It does not appear to be generating magma, which is fine, I guess. I want to link this lever in a magma safe way over to there. So basically, we're basically creating an obsidian farm in such a way that it will not create obsidian. That's basically what we're doing here. If you did this anywhere else, just systematically combining batches of magma with water, that's how you make obsidian in a bulk fashion. Can you pump through grates? How does that work? But even grates count as constructions. Maybe I need to do like carve a fortification here. Maybe that's what we'll do. Magma, you'd hope not, but maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna channel here. Right. And I guess I want to have, we need like an access to this too, right? Is that the type of thing you can do, then an update changes it? Very possibly. I mean, updates can change literally anything, right? Someday, like, when you listen to Tarn talk about like things that are off in the future, he'll say things like, well, when we get to the underground rewrite, when we get to the map rewrite, you know, things like that. So I don't know. I think basically every system that exists in this game is on the list to get redone at some point, right? I think that's just kind of the nature of it. And things could even break, right? It could be things that he did not intentionally change, but now are different in a buggy way. Okay, we have our magma pump. Now I think what I want to do here, I'm gonna smooth here. I'm gonna put, I guess I didn't even need to dig this wall, did I? I'm gonna put a wall here. I think we're gonna have to like build a floor over this to get over there to build a wall, of course. I need a way to get to my pump to do the pumping. But they have plans. They have so many plans. There's a whole roadmap. Okay, and then you fall and you're fine. You're good, right? Yeah, you're good. See, you're fine. They bounce. Someone's coming to do that. And then we want to build a normal screw pump, a water pump right here. Right? Yeah. This should also be we could also do porcelain. Let's do porcelain, copper. Honestly, we could just channel this now. I wonder where that magma crab went. Is it being sneaky somewhere? It's over here now. Okay, so it does not appear interested in us. So I'm gonna try. I guess we'll wait for the lever to be linked first. Oh look, all the bears are here. Still very amusing. Very, very amusing. Okay. So now I'm going to carve fortifications right here and try not to drown someone. Hopefully you can just get out in time is kind of what I'm hoping. But with 50 bears on top of you, I don't want to drown 50 bears because that would be stupid. We're just going to time this so that we're going to have the pump made and pumping, so that when we carve these fortifications and the water flows in, we'll be actively pumping the water out, so that someone can get out of the trench and not die. That's the idea there. So we'll wait until the pump gets made. The lever is still getting linked. All good. There is one other thing that I have a question about, and this is just a flex. Literally just a flex. But I want to see if it can be done. When you construct a wall out of ice, it is invincible to temperature, because walls don't care about temperature. But the ice itself does, in between, like, while it's being carried, I think. So I'm really curious about is if I can tell someone to build an ice wall here. It's even Laura who, same person who's going to do it. This I want to watch happen. Because if they can haul a block of ice from the surface down to the magma sea fast enough that they can build a wall out of it before it melts, we can have an igloo on the magma sea. And that would be, I'd be okay with that. If I can't bring the sauna to the glacier, I'm going to bring the glacier to the sauna. I have a strong hunch it's going to melt, though. But who knows? This game can be weird sometimes. It's also a long walk, generally speaking. I hope the bears don't slow you down. Oh, we were also talking about, like, making some updates to our siege engine defenses. Oh, that's gonna be its own consideration. Okay, so I'm gonna keep an eye on your inventory here. You are holding a block of ice. So many polar bears. This is the one who's been training them. Of course, now you are getting, like, swamped by your own polar bears. So Laura is moving slower than a person who is not surrounded by polar bears would. So this is like the perfect storm. If this works, then it'll work for anyone. I mean, so far so good. It didn't, like, immediately melt. I think it has some period of time, but I don't know how long that is. Right there. Just turned into water. So yeah, I don't think we can get it down that fast. Though we could be sneaky about that. I wonder if it melts in a minecart. What if we just filled a minecart with a bunch of ice blocks? That's a thing you could do. Okay, so we have a lever. I'm gonna pull the lever. Still working on... Wow, okay. If someone could come do this, that'd be great. Red tourmaline, magnetite, praise, smoky quartz, milky quartz, cryolite, pyrite, rock quartz, bismuthite. A lot of gems. Not the ones I'm looking for. So, what if I did this? Let's go up to the surface. We have a little bit of ice sitting around, right? We didn't use all the ice after we carved out this glacier area. I'm going to make... Except it doesn't go in stockpiles. Oh, that sucks. Because it doesn't have a designation in a stockpile, I can't set it to load into a minecart. Huh. Huh. Can I, what if I make a dump zone on top of the stockpile and tell them to dump some of these ice blocks? If you had a big mine shaft, that was my next thought. You could throw down it a hole that would transport it a lot of the way fast. It's very true. That was kind of my next thought. The trick is we'd have to find a place that goes down all the way, right? Like it'd be on the side of the map. I couldn't do it through the middle of the map. It'd also have to go through the lake. The lake might be the bigger thing. Like it'd essentially have to be over here. Which I guess isn't that bad. Though it's gonna be like right under our tavern. Yeah, like the surface is the only thing that would prevent that. It isn't right here. So we couldn't do it from the surface. But we could do it from here. Just have a little dumping zone here and have it drop all the way. We'd have to babysit it a little bit. Because once it hits the bottom, like once they bring it inside, the clock is ticking. So someone needs to be down here building the walls as the boulders fall down. Okay. Hatch is open. I'm gonna do a little bit of magma pumping here. We have our copper pipe section. That'd be dope though, right? It might be worth the effort. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on that. I don't want them filling it, though I guess it wouldn't be that big a deal. Okay, so that part worked, right? I can technically I guess I could put the stockpile on top of the boulders as well. So I can have ice in a stockpile. I'm gonna create a new route. I'm gonna say that my stop is right here. It doesn't technically need a track stop to be made. I'm gonna grab just a random minecart. And I'm gonna link it to, I want it to input from this stockpile. No hauling. But it just wants, I just wanted to do everything, but if I can't select ice in this menu, it's never gonna do it? Yeah, if I can't select it in this menu, I don't think it's gonna do anything. Toggle whether the stockpile allows non-plant and animal-based objects regardless of the settings. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever played around with that one. These two buttons up here. What? How would we do that? Because if you just drop something onto a tile with a minecart, it doesn't go into the minecart, right? It just lands on the same tile. Pretty sure. Oh, let's make sure we're keeping an eye down here. Over here. Haven't started pumping yet. I think throwing it down like that might be the simple solution. We also don't have that much ice left. It'd be cool to make like a little mini dome down here on the magma sea. Okay. Whoa. What? Why'd it go so fast? Okay, hold on. You stop pumping. God. Okay, so that should be sealed. Just pumping into an open hole is not how you do that. Damn it. Who did I just burn? Shot? The bone carver? The legendary bone carver? Friendship is forever. Wow! And now you're... Now you're just a puff of smoke. My God. Okay, lesson learned there. Lesson learned there. We have a little bit of magma in here. That part succeeded. Oh, I'm sorry, little kobolds. You deserve better. Oh, I broke the... Oh. Oh, I broke everything. Oh, that was bad. Okay. Did he even melt my block? Did I not have a Is porcelain not magma safe? Where? Kaolinite? Kaolinite is magma safe. Is porcelain not magma safe? Because that would be hilarious. It definitely disassembled itself, and the block isn't here anymore. My porcelain block is gone. Well, oh, we lost some masterworks too. Wow. Wow. Well, engrave a slab. It doesn't even show up. Okay, we'll have to wait until they've been missing for a while. Sweet. Okay, well, I'm glad. I guess I'm glad I saw that, so I didn't just come back and like find the aftermath. At least I know what happened there. But yeah, a minecart will never take something that you can't assign from a stockpile. It must be in a linked stockpile. Cart jumps, skipping, corner ramp derail, checkpoint effect, stacking. Perfectly elastic collisions, hilarious. If a minecart lands on top of another minecart, they may form a stack. With the upper cart on the Z level above the lower, subsequent carts do not form a stack, but whether quantum stockpile in the same space. This behavior is useful for mega projects and trap design, with minecarts as the weaponry. Moderation should be exercised. Carts take longer to fall into a stacking tile already occupied by other carts, and will spend that time hanging in the air above the stack. This can lead to following carts striking them, which can cause all kinds of malfunctions. The extra time is 2 game steps for every cart already in the stack, hilarious, which doesn't hurt stacks of 10 carts very much, but makes stacks of 100 plus rather impractical. The minecarts in the upper level generally need to be struck with another minecart to move out or have their support removed. The latter option is the safest done by shooting it away with another minecart. Manual removal of the stack supporting cart typically causes the next cart of the stack to fall on top of the hauler. Yeah, that sounds bad. So I don't think that helps, but geez. Minecarts include some interesting characteristics that have motivated uses beyond hauling. They can be used for creating fully automated quantum stockpiles, garbage disposal, water reactors, and portable drains. Storing perishable goods inside a minecart appears to guard them against rotten vermin, which is why I thought ice would work. Can be used as weapons or as triggers to restart stalled healthcare. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't think you can just drop something into a minecart. Let's see. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna look for drop. I don't think it's gonna be. Talks about the minecart itself dropping. Oh, whatever. I think the big long pit is gonna be the way to do it. This game is so strange. Their shot has been missing for a week. I wonder what happened. It's a mystery. Okay, we have a pump. So I want this pump to pump. And then I guess I should probably have a wall around this, but this is water, so I don't care as much. It's a good thing this is our test bed. Because I already made a mess. I also like how we know immediately that something masterwork has been lost, but it takes us a week to realize the person wearing them is also gone. Hey, where's Shot's amulet? Hey, where's Shot? Priorities? Priorities. They just know, like they get a feeling the hair pricks up on the back of their neck. Something that I made that was really nice is gone now, and I have no idea why. This appears to be staying at the same level. I don't think the magma flows produce magma. I never messed with this beforehand to know if this is like different behavior or if I'm misinterpreting how this is supposed to work. But at least in this configuration, it does not appear to be producing magma. Okay, so now we are pumping the water that will be here. I'm going to carve a fortification right here. That's going to allow water in, and it's going to get pumped out here and drop down onto the magma that is currently on the magma flow. So we expect that to produce steam, but not obsidian. That is our expectation here. It looks like we've gone through our mining, so we're gonna have to designate. Let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go up here. At this level? No, I think that was from before. I think that was from before. It's this one. So we made a nice big grid here. I'm just gonna literally say this is like mid-priority. Auto mine everything. Whatever interesting things you find on this level, I want it. Someone's on their way. So if we're dropping boulders down to here, okay, well let's watch this happen. Oh look, it's the guard captain. Jeez, that's terrifying. Here in your all your steel gear. Okay, I'm gonna go slowly, not that I can do anything once it's done. I'm glad I did this theoretically safe way. Okay, now get the frick out. Here comes the water. Hi, Kuro. I guess I could give you like a station order, right? You're in this squad. You're the leader of this squad. How about you go station not in the pond that we're making right here? You have a station order. Please go. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Thank you for responding. But now we are pumping water. Water is coming in through a fortification, getting pumped right here, and is going down. I don't think any of it's made it down yet. I'm gonna continue going slowly. So there is some water. It's falling down. Slowly falling down. Okay, it's on this space now. There we go, and now it's here. Still a couple levels above. Okay, now it's here. Not quite directly above yet. There we go. So now it is directly above magma. Oh, but even already some of it's already been done. Okay. So then, and then that fills back in. And then you go down and you do that. And steam happens? There's some steam. No, that's mist. That's mist from the water falling. There's mist and steam. Hilarious. Okay. There is some steam here. Does the steam even come up? Or is this just a fancy waterfall? That's all mist. The steam doesn't really seem to go up. Like there's steam here and here and here and here. Or no, there it goes. Okay, so now there's some steam here. It doesn't, yeah, okay, some steam right there. Some steam there. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, in theory, this is creating steam. Yeah, there's some steam. Okay. In theory, I think we have a proof of concept here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. So now it's gonna all spread out. It's gonna continue making steam. Like, does the steam come up at all? I mean, I guess we did see a bit up here. Now it's just gonna be like that. Okay. Okay, proof of concept. That could have been worse. I'm going to disassemble this and put floors here. So nothing else bad happens. But now this is fine. So I'm going to put, I guess I could even just put floor here for that matter. Or no, I can't do it here. I can do a grate. I don't actually know if you can pump through a grate, but that'll at least get us over here to build our wall and close us off again. Because that's kind of a priority. So, because I'm going to run to the restroom real quick, but then that gives us a design goal. That gives us a place to start. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, what I'm imagining here, let's say we're gonna do it over here. So we have multiple floors here to play with. So our bottom level would be where we mix the things, right? What we just did over here would happen over here. We're gonna have magma and water flowing down onto this level from above. Safely somehow. And then the level above is going to be where the people are. And this is going to be like all grates. The whole floor is just going to be grates. Except grates don't support each other. That's a good thing to establish first. If I did like... I'm almost certain that they don't. So we could do like a checkerboard pattern kind of a situation, or if you had like one pillar, except they wouldn't be supported diagonally. If I had oh, now we're saving. Now it's spring. Now it's time for people to die. Hooray! Let's see if the king survives. I think the king turns 95 this year. Go forward a frame? No? No one yet. That's interesting. The king is conducting a meeting, 95 years old. I mean, if you're alive on the afternoon of the 1st of spring, you're good for a year. A mason has been found dead. Okay, so there's one. Silersa. Okay, the king might only have a year left. This might be the last year of the king. Someone's gonna grab this corpse, right? Okay. Okay, well that, oh, and then a llama, that's fine. So I want the maximum number of grates, right? Because it does not seem like Steam does not go up as aggressively as Mist seems to, which is hilarious because Steam is hotter, so should be trying to go up as hard as it can, right? But I'm not seeing it behave that way. So I want to have as many opportunities for the Steam to come up through the floor as possible. Which means maximum floor grates, which means if we have, say we have like a pillar here that goes to the floor, right? And then that can support, no, not like that. A single square could support 4 orthogonal grates. And then if I did another one here, you could do these 4. This is gonna be a funky pattern. And then you'd have to do like here to do these 4. And then here could do these 4. Interesting. So there is a pattern possible here. As long as every tile is supported by one orthogonal actual floor tile. How does this work? It's probably going to be like here. It's horse moves. So then here would go here, and then from here you go here, here. Yeah, interesting. Okay. That's more dense than I thought it would be. And kind of a cool pattern. So our floor would look like this. We would have all these blue spots would be grates, all of the not ones would be just solid floor. And then steam would potentially be able to rise up out of each of these grate tiles. Which means and then we need to find like where the water and the magma comes in, right? And I guess I kind of want it mixing in the middle. Well, here's a question. Do we fill, so we're gonna have like a basin here, right? Let's call this our basin. Do we fill the basin with a layer of magma and then stop the magma and then fill it in with some water until all the magma is gone and then turn off the water and then fill it with magma until all the water's gone and just kind of cycle like that? Or do we get particular about the placement of where things are dropping down so that they're kind of mixing generally everywhere? Like maybe you have magma here and then water here and water here. So they're kind of mixing in a bunch of different places. And you just tune it so that they're flowing constantly and one is never winning over the other. The thing I would worry about that though is not knowing, like you're only going to get the steam creation at a couple different places. Kind of like the idea, sounds tough, yes. This is dumb dwarf trick territory. This is not practical in any way. This gains us nothing. To be clear, this is hard for the sake of being hard. I kind of like the idea of doing like one and then the other. And I wonder if... So you can have buttons be pressed by fluids. You can have magma and water separately. Interesting. So basically I want a series of buttons. Some of them are going to be detecting water. Some of them are going to be detecting magma. So that when water depth gets up to 3, let's say, if water is at 3, then we turn off the water and we turn on the magma. If magma is at 3, we turn off the magma and turn on the water. And then you have a bunch of those, not a bunch, but like several of those buttons in like the corners maybe. So have like maybe 4 of those buttons of each and have those all somehow feeding to the same mechanism so that when all of them are pressed, then it triggers the change. Because if all 4 corners have magma, then there's probably not water in the middle, right? Or we'd have like one in the middle. If all of them are detecting some level of magma, then there's probably no water left, or like minimum water left. At that point, you switch from one to the other. So now we get to make a computer. Now we get to make it extra fancy. I am flip-flopping between trying to eat healthy and saying, F it, we've got enough to deal with. I know exactly what you mean. Just eating a rice cake with hazelnut spread and on it, and honestly, it was good. That does sound good. I've also been doing rice cakes. If we figure this out, do we get steam trains long-term? Yes. This is the first step. This is how you end up with kobold steam trains. Which sounds terrifying. That sounds terrifying. Imagine the humans being like, you can't go that fast, it'll boil your blood. And the kobolds are like, yeah! Sounds great! Cobalt rail? Yeah. This sounds great. I love this. You can't go that fast, the wind will rip your face off. Yeah, if we're lucky. I would like this as a board game, please. Yes. That'd be great. I would like that, yes. Okay. I have a very basic plan. I guess what I want to do, I want to mine this out as much as I can. Just all, right? Nope. And it should, in theory, be kind of the same layout. I do not want to go back here. We're gonna let this go to, so we're gonna find the semi-molten rock in each direction here. I'm surprised that isn't semi-molten. So maybe we're just one row away. So this will give us our floor print, right? The elves are here. I don't think I care to trade with the elves. They didn't bring me any shinies, I'm pretty sure. So we sealed that off. I should seal this off as well. And then do we incorporate ice into this? I mean, it's hilarious, right? It'd be dope. If we're going through this much effort to do something dope, then we're gonna be dope. And I think an igloo sauna on the magma sea is kind of dope. I'm a person of simple pleasures. It also needs a drink's carbonate. I mean, they probably could do like champagne, right? Or beer? Beer kind of naturally carbonates. Cabinet, there you go. We could just make it a tavern. We could just straight up make this a yoga tavern. Honestly, we can do carbonated drinks too, true. It's interesting how, I guess it does line up. I guess that's fine. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Good. Okay, this all makes sense. That all makes sense. Now, this might even be large, right? I like this kind of circular area. What if we plot out like a circle? Like the biggest circle we can make in this space. And we call that our situation. Because then we could have like our wall here, like the room would be out here, and then our inlets could be like out here. So it's not draining through the room, but like outside the room and underneath. That might make more sense. There we go. So, okay, so if I bust out the circle tool, we're going to be building walls. I want it to be hollow and minimal thickness. And then, I mean, we could just do that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's a circle. Looks pretty circular to me. And it would fit basically there and nowhere else. Because then we could have like drain over here, drain over here, drain up here, drain over here. All the plumbing back behind the walls. And then just a nice room in here. And then if we could figure out how to make the wall itself out of ice, that would be incredible. And then we also have room to go up, right? We could go up almost as much as we want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could make it like a 4 Z level high indoor space. So if it were like a dome, it's gonna be like a shallow dome, not like a hemisphere, but like, I don't know, circular, but then the roof goes in real quickly. Kind of like the domes we have on the surface. Honestly, we could just make like exactly like we have on the surface. So I want to mark this. Can I just, I don't know what that's gonna attempt to make it out of. Probably gonna try like, nope, let's pause. It's gonna try microcline. Is that, or no, it's gonna try porcelain. Let's just do, I'm gonna build it out of microcline first. Oop, that's not. Don't want to get rid of the stairs quite yet. Put a screenshot of a Football Manager game in stream chat. I think it's evil from a colorblind perspective. Okay, I'm curious. Game messed up and had green kits versus green kits on a green pitch. Oh no. Yeah, that's bad. Though hilariously, I can tell one of the greens is lighter than the other. But especially like when it's zoomed out. Yeah, literally my life. Now imagine every day of your life being like that. Okay, let's... I'm basically gonna build placeholder walls here. Because I don't want to have to like come back and like recheck every time I want to figure out how big this thing's supposed to be. I said 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seem right? I think that seems right. 2, 2, yep. Looks good. I'm gonna say that that's all microclimb. They can get on that. Is that what red and green kits would look like? Not really. I can tell that those are all green. I wish I could like convey the experience of not knowing what color something is. Oh, Warmstorm canceled because of Warmstone. That makes sense. That's on purpose. I also don't want this to be too huge, right? I guess back here is fine. Mostly I want to close it up here. So maybe we're gonna do a wall like this. I'm gonna leave it open by 1 for the moment because we're gonna need to get in here for constructions. We've talked about it before, but it's fascinating that languages and cultures have totally different breakdowns of colors. I agree. Totally agree. So it's like... Like, do you ever have an experience of... Like, either in a video game or in any other context, the experience of looking at something, but it's really, really small, either small on screen or far away, or it's just a tiny object. Like imagine like a Lego stud, in the carpet, right? Partially covered, seen in the corner of your eye. Do you immediately know what color it is? Like if you've barely perceived that this thing exists in the carpet, do you know that it's green? Do you know that it's blue? Or do you have to like bring your eyes back to it and look at it and then you know what color it is? Assuming it's not the same color carpet, probably yes. You just immediately know? Have you ever had an experience of looking at something and not immediately knowing what color it is? Not necessarily being confused about the color or seeing the wrong color, just not immediately knowing. Oh, we're gonna trap people back here. Potentially. We're gonna need access to back here, aren't we? Let's leave this one off for the moment. Thank you for bringing the block, anyway. I guess we need back behind all of these, don't we? Well, we're gonna do like, we'll have stairs. They'll have their own access. I think that's fine. This will get us started. Only in extreme low light conditions. Low light's a very good example. Our color vision does not work well in low light. Which is kind of the reason why rods and cones are two different things. Rods are good with low light, but they only give you black and white vision. So generally speaking, I don't know, maybe this will blow your mind. But like when it's dark at night and you're walking through the house, you're not really seeing colors. You're seeing shapes and remembering colors, especially like if it's a familiar space. But when the light is really, really low, you actually can't see color, even if you have perfectly normal color vision. So I think that's a good example. Imagine a low light situation. There's a tiny Lego stud in the carpet, and you walk on it in the darkness. And you look down, and there's like just enough light that maybe you could get a color from it when you look at it, or if you bent down and looked at it, you would know what color it is. But in that instant, it's just a shape, right? It doesn't look like a wrong color. It just doesn't look like a color. Does that make sense? Is that an experience that you have? Is the, geez. Because to me, color blindness is kind of like that. It's not like I look at one color and see the wrong color. It's like I'll look at a color and I need to focus on it. I need to look at it intently to determine what color it is. And then I might be telling you the wrong color because I don't know. But I think that's kind of the quintessential colorblind experience to me, is just needing to spend a moment to look at something with intent in order to determine what color it is. And that's what that screenshot reminds me of. Because like I blow it up full screen, I look at it, especially like a still image like that. Like once they start moving around, that would be a nightmare. Because like you got two little dudes running around on the field, right? You're all zoomed out. It's green versus green on green. I would probably need to pause the game and zoom in to go, oh yes, this is one of my guys. Or no, oh wait, that's one of their guys. Does that make sense? Not unless it's an edge case color like, oh, this is green or blue or brown or green, bright orange or dark yellow, but I've never looked at something and gone, is it blue or red? I have. It's really hard to convey. It's like sometimes things won't look either green or red. It will look green and red at the same time. And I have to like spend a moment to like parse out which of those two it actually is. It's weird. It's super bizarre. Super, super bizarre. Okay, so what should we make our grates out of? I think we need to make to the floor first. The floor is going to be an important part of this. Because we're going to have to like build pillars down here. So what should the pillars be made out of? What should the grates be made out of? The only thing I can relate to with words and facts and dyslexia, see that's interesting. I imagine it's kind of the same feeling. Definitely different processes going on, but I imagine it's kind of the same experience. So, okay, so we could make the grates out of metal. We have so much metal. Like, we have a bunch of rock grates, but they're all mismatched. I couldn't do them all in the same thing, and I kind of want to do the same. I want it to all be the same. We could do microcline grates, and that would kind of mimic our ice, right? Plus our floors on the igloos upstairs are all microcline. So we could do something like that. Could also do black bronze. We could do gold. We could do gold. Oh, I could do silver. Could do lay pewter. Could do platinum. How many are we gonna need? So what's our radius here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my area is pi r squared. Hey, look, a strange mood. Oh, thank you, Google. It's pi times 8 to the squared. What is that? Just tell me. Radius 8 is an area of 200. And we were seeing like at least 3/4 of that is going to be greats. So we need like, let's shoot for between 150 and 200 greats is kind of what we're looking at here. So if we found some more platinum, we could potentially do more platinum. Though I guess does great take more than one? Great. Stone or ore and masonry, wood with carpentry, metal bars, or glass. We could make glass grates. That'd be fun. There's also bars versus grates. Grates are finished goods which must be produced from raw materials and have quality levels, while bars are simply raw materials that can be thrown into place at a moment's notice and then deconstructed later should they be needed for other jobs. Building destroyers will topple bars, destroying them in seconds compared to minutes with grates. Not worried about that. Grates can be made of wood and stone, both of which are generally much more plentiful. But how many bars? Is there just, can I just go to bar and see how much everything takes? Alloys, nope. Okay. There's 2 people at work I met at a similar time and their names are coded in wrong. There's a solid 10 seconds of buffering and then a 90% guess every time I need to say their name. Yeah. And I see these people a lot, have worked with for many hours. It's not just bad memory, it's just broken. Right. Right. What helped me to understand it was kind of understanding a bit more about like what is happening in my brain. And it's like, my eyes aren't giving me an incorrect signal, right? It's not like a green thing is stimulating red. I mean, it is because there's overlap, but that's not like the cause of the issue, right? Because a lot of green things will still stimulate your red cones. It's just that the range of frequencies that your red and green cones respond to are separated enough with a big overlap that if it's more green and less red, like you're getting a higher green signal than a red signal, then it's more green than red. But my cone response curves are much closer, so that overlap is bigger. So there's not as much of a difference between those two signals. So like there are some reds and some greens that are very different from each other, because they're far enough away from each other on the spectrum that my eyes can differentiate between those two signals. But if they're kind of close to each other, then the red and the green are both just giving a signal, and my brain interprets that as red-green, right? The same way that you get like pink, like how pink isn't really, like pink doesn't belong on the spectrum, right? It happens because of signals being mixed between your eye and your brain. I essentially get a color that is green and red, and I have to kind of squint to see like which one is more correct. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. We have a lot of silver. We do have a lot of silver. What if we did like microcline stone pillars with silver grates? So it would be this color for some floor tiles and then silver for everything else. And then we'd have ice on the walls, or ice for the walls. And then we could toss in some gem stuff in here too, because that's just how we work now. Are they still trying to do this? They're still trying to do this. I think I'm going to say, or I'm going to put in a work order. I'm going to put in a big old work order for silver grates. I want 150 silver grates. And we'll start with that. And then I essentially want to get rid of all of this floor and kind of build up again. Maybe we'll start with our pillars down here. I'm going to say we're going to do microcline blocks. The center of our thing is here. We're going to want stairs coming down from above. So I should probably have a support pillar in the middle, and then that's going to be where the stair comes down. So I'm going to put one pillar here. No, not like that. I want microcline blocks. You can get down here or not. Oh, did I close this off? I guess I need a way to get down here, don't I? So let's do... I don't know. Let's do like this. Just get rid of... No. Can I just do... like this? So we have a way down to the bottom that's not through the sauna. Should also bring, let's do like a little stockpile. Let's do this. This is going to be a microcline block stockpile. Bars and blocks, stone, microcline. It does not need to be that big. Let's just, nope, other way. Let's go like that. Give it a couple of wheelbarrows. And this is going to input from our main block stockpile like that. In weird color sensation topic, I've experienced intense red phantom color when walking past a black vertical bars fence with a brightly lit green lawn behind it. Fascinating. And what did that like? See, like I know exactly what you mean, right? I can imagine a green thing coming across as red in a weird circumstance. How does that come across to a normal color vision person? They're like really disconcerting. Is it confusing? If you stopped and looked at it, did you understand what was going on? Or is it immediately like, haha, my eyes are broken? No lack wants grates. We're making grates. We're gonna make our king very happy with all these grates. Oh, I hid my thing. I hid my thing so I could make a screenshot. How do I... How do I turn that back on? Toggle overlay? How do I turn it back on? Okay. I don't have my thing down here. Oh well. So is what's happened with our our strange mood? Ours plants. Meditate on nightmares. That's good. Should be fine. Strange mood. You are working on it. Okay. Stray giant polar bear bones. Stack of 46. Cool. You do you. I'd read about impossible colors before and how they can be caused, but never expected a chance upon it IRL. Particular one was Stiggy and red. Interesting. You know how there's like I guess it's considered an optical illusion, but like an after image? Like if you, you stare at something of one color for a long time and then look at a white wall and it's like a different color. I'm not gonna be able to come up with like an actual example of it, but you can find some optical illusions online that are kind of like that. It's a similar thing, I think. Like you have a conscious understanding that the information you're getting from your eyeballs is not correct. It's kind of weird. We're gonna do this. We're gonna say, I guess I'm still waiting for this to get made. Still waiting for that. Yeah, the magma dried off of the magma flow. Whatever that means. I guess we want to mine this out, don't we? Do I just... I kind of want to get rid of the rocks as well. Do I just make a little dump up here? I'm gonna make a nice little dump just out of the way. I'm gonna say we dump all of the rocks. I guess I want these gone too, once we get back there. Do something like that, and then I want all this gone as well. Gonna make it a lot easier to tell what's going on down here. Oh, dang it. Oh, they'll figure it out. But now I have a stairwell that gets there, so that's fine. So, we're gonna do microcline floors, or walls, which will be floors from above. And I want to do like my little, like this pattern, right? Or was it... Is that right? No, I think it needs to go down one. think it's like this, right? Because then I have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think it's like that. And we're just gonna do this pattern until we get to the edges. I mean, that works out, I guess. And then down like this. How was this? So if we say, right, can I, oh, of course. All my silly rocks. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, geez. And then I want... One, 2, 3, 4. Right, so then we're going to go 1, 1, 1. Oh, da, da. And then that's fine. That's cool. And then I need to fill in these gaps. So I need like right here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's basically just going to follow up. Right? And then 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. Hope I'm thinking about this correctly. But then basically I'm just gonna keep going, right? So I go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. And that, I mean, I guess I want to have support. I don't want to, this wall is going to have something it's resting upon, right? So I guess I am going to go like out there. And then this needs to be supported from something too. Dillig Administrator has created Arkelzot, a gypsum toy dragon. Hooray. Thank you. More gypsum. Apparently all we have is gypsum. No one tell them that it's worthless. Can I just do toy dragon? There you are. Hooray. Okay, well, they're dumping a bunch of stuff. Go 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. I think that's fine. And then 1, 2, 1. Also there. 1, 2, 1. Sure. 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. And then that's outside. Okay. I'm excited. This is gonna be cool. I'm hoping this is gonna be cool. All right, we just do like that. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. That's outside. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. And then 1, 2, 1. These are all connected, right? So theoretically, I mean, it's also attached to the wall. That's actually probably the more significant part. So we're not undoing that part. But it should all be solid enough. Hey, look, we're getting migrants. Hello, migrants. We have a novice brewer. A blank kobold Orgak. This is a fresh entity, 25 years old. Knows nothing, has seen nothing. Iron will, great sense of empathy, natural inclination toward language, feel for music, and a good feel for social relationships, but she has quite poor focus and a poor memory. Maybe she does have a history and doesn't remember anything. Talented mechanic. And then that puts us back up to 150. Excellent. Grab a pick and a polar bear. Totally safe here. And then that's the edge. And if we go... No, maybe that's it. That might be all of it. I guess another trick is that I don't think we can build a button on a magma flow. Never asked that question before. You can totally build a button on a magma flow. All right, that's not an issue. I guess I take it back. We're fine. Just wandered around the house in the dark and yep, no color. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine just living like that. Not no color, but like... Also got stalked by the cat and nearly lost a sock, so there's that. That's your fault. I'll take that. I will take the blame for that. You're welcome, Frank. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start channeling out... Nope, not like that. I want to expose the stuff underneath. I mean, realistically, I want to mine out this holding thing, but I want to get our proper stairwell in here first. Someone's left a glove. Ankle socks don't last long before the little paw pulls them off. That's so funny. I guess I don't wear socks around the house. I imagine they would also do the same. Tofu is definitely a sideswipe you as you walk by kind of a cat. I hope I did this right. I think I did this right. That's basically, I mean, a fifth, right? We have, for every 4 grates, we have 1 pillar. So that's 80% of this is going to be great. It's all going to be great, but 80% of it is going to be made of grates. I think I like that proportion. Right? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to say I want a microcline stair. Going there. I might even... And this is directly below. Well, kind of. And then we go like this. Or nope. Okay, that needs to be mined before I can do it. That's fine. So that'll be our, that's like our, this is going to stay there. In theory, we are making our grates. We have some grates going. I'm going to start channeling this out. I called my college's dog Tofu by mistake today. Hilarious. What's its actual name? Your college has a dog? It's kind of cool. Floor grate. Silver grates. You just... Oh, now you can't get there. Hilarious. Well, no, you can get up that way. Autocorrect colleague. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Colleague's dog. Boba is the dog's name. That's also a fantastic name. Boba and Tofu do kind of go together. Okay, so I think I know what this is gonna look like. Kind of want to get all the junk out of here before I start mining out the floor. So I'm gonna keep them working on that. And then I want to do that. And I want to get the floor mined out before I start putting buttons in. So the other thing we should be contemplating is our plumbing. So given our setup here, I think we're gonna have, like, we have four little pockets, right? We have this side, we have this side, we have this side, we have this side. I think each of those 4 areas is gonna have a magma and a water inlet. If I put a floor grate here, and then, so it will be supported by this. If I place the floor grate and then mine out the floor, but there's also a floor underneath, does it just stay connected? Because we're gonna find out. I have a password secure Word doc of the names of the pets, children, and spouses of the 7 people I manage. See, that's because you're a good manager. My memory might be shit, but I'm trying to care. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I would appreciate that. Pet conversations come up a lot at my work. My boss has, like, lots of animals. It's like 5 pets total? Multiple cats and multiple dogs. I want to say like 2 dogs and 3 cats? Possibly? So, I think the simple thing is I'm going to want stairs going through each of these so that it's just simple to get through, right? So we're going to do... that probably didn't work, right? Go from here to here? We'll have like water here and magma here. So they're gonna be relatively close to the center. I guess they don't all have to be the same. I'm gonna put a stair here. Or I guess I wanna go down, right? Go like that. I guess I could have made this in the middle. Because once we have all of the stuff made, we're not going to need to get back in here. Here, I'll be persnickety. If we do like here. Then here. And then here. We will definitely have access to all the areas. Okay, so this one is going to be supported here. So I want to channel this out and make sure that it stays supported. I guess it's going to get support from here too. So I need to channel out here as well. And if it just stays stable, then we're good. And the other thing is that we're gonna want like little ways for stuff to actually travel down, right? So I'm gonna have this be one of them. Oh, what just happened? I thought I saw something happen. I'm just imagining things. So it's gonna be like, that's water, and then this is magma, or whatever. Doesn't really matter which is which, honestly. Can do one here, and one here. Really, they just need enough space between each other that they're not interfering with each other. Honestly, I could do... This is just gonna be the weird one. There's just gonna be like one misfit. So if I do here and here... Yeah. And then here and here. Then it's mostly symmetrical, just this one gets kind of squeezed out. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Excellent. This is gonna work. And I like the silver here. It's kind of ice reminiscent, right? And then I mostly want to encapsulate these in walls so that we're not getting like a bunch of weird spillage everywhere. And this is looking great. Oh, we missed one apparently. Dump that, please. We got boxes of microcline here. Wow, perfect. Got plenty of microcline. There's one here too. How did I miss those? So then that means we are channeling out the rest of this. Wow. Can I just do this? I can. And then, oh, I'm making more rocks from above. I see. Reasonable. I guess I want... Or no, I want to mine out all of this. The only thing the magma flow is doing here is preventing this formation of obsidian. And I don't want obsidian anywhere in here. So I want to mine all of it out. Even if I don't necessarily want steam to be produced there. That makes sense. So now I want to like reduce the area as much as I can. So I'm going to say... like here, right? I'm going to say a wall goes here. Because then our inlets are just right here and here. And then same kind of thing here. I'm going to put a wall here. Our inlets are just right there. Then this wall is basically just going to move up. Right? We're just going to go like that. I'll go ahead and keep that one open. Can even decommission the rest of this. On this side, I'm not as worried about. Then yeah, I might even do like a wall over here. Something like that. Now that they've already started on all of that. It's fine, right? We're not in a symmetrical space. I don't need to make it perfectly symmetrical. We'll just it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And the rest of this gets channeled out. We can't... Oh, I wonder about the stairs. Do the stairs prevent? Though once we have all this done, it's not really going to matter. Theoretically, once we have all this done, we're not going to need back down here. The stairs are just for construction access. For being real. This is cool. Okay, I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad I haven't given up on this. Okay, and then now I can like do this. And I can get rid of you. Because now we have a more established stair that goes right there. Look at that. Look at how smart I am. That just worked. Wow. I'm gonna try to not be too surprised here. Could probably make a stockpile of silver grates down here as well, but whatever. A raid! A raid! Hello, Elfie Bean! Hello, hello! Look what we're doing! We're doing something weird. How are you? What have you been up to? Nice spell shout out. You were cassin' chillin'? Maybe art? Gotcha. Just pretend I have the emotes. Okay, I'm pretending. We're making a sauna. You're okay, we're playing a little plush parade. Oh, I don't know that I know this one. That sounds really cute. It immediately sounds like something I'm interested in. Gotta try to rest my hands. Oh, fair. I've been doing a lot of drawing recently. I've heard how that goes. I was gonna say I know how that goes, but I don't know firsthand how that goes. We're putting in some plumbing. Yeah, I guess I need to do it like that. Right, that should be fine. I guess DF Hack is helping me with... Is that all the microcline? Do I need to make more microcline? Do I need to dig more microcline? Hooray for plumbing! Yes, indeed. We're trying to make a sauna here. I may or may not have spent the majority of this fortress attempting to make steam in some repeatable fashion and failing. But I think this is what I'm settling on. This is the thing that I'm gonna do. We're gonna have a nice area up here with the floor being mostly floor grates. We're gonna have an area down here that is on the magma flow that is regularly being pumped full of magma and then water and then magma and then water. Hey, look, a fire snake. And that is going to produce steam without producing obsidian. For no other reason than to amuse me. Realistically speaking, this is like... It's not like Myst where it's going to actually do anything. It's just... I want a sauna. I want hot yoga for my kobolds. So that's what we're doing. Also, our king is very old. We're in the spring now. It's at least going to be another year. But in theory, we're gonna be the mountain home and watch the king die of old age, which is a thing that I have not done before. But I mean, how are you? If you need to raid and run, feel free to run off. I will totally understand. If not, we got another half an hour or so left here, and we're just chilling. We're chilling down here at the bottom of the world. Not accidentally roasting kobolds or anything. My God, I've killed so many kobolds. In the streams, usually watch the kings die like flies. Right. Right. Usually they're not dying of old age, right? How many kings actually make it to old age, and how many times do you actually see that happen? That's the novelty there. Usually time isn't the deadly thing. Like, the crown comes with stupid, true. Our king, oh my God. So we got our king several years ago, and our king likes aluminum. And our king demanded, and what was it even? It was like an aluminum table. I think it was just an aluminum table, but demanded an aluminum something in his quarters. And it took me like 2 years to trade for enough aluminum. And then the demand went away. So someday, maybe someday he'll ask for something aluminum again, now that I have aluminum. But he has not been interested in doing so. Could not find path. Are we actually finding microcline? I'm gonna bet that we need to mine more microcline. I've been using a lot of microcline. Oh, also I have to show you my color palette. We collected every single color of Gem Window. All of them, every single one. Because I wanted to, because we were trying to make like Gem Window pride flags, and I wanted to see what all the colors look like. Here's a microcline. Just to grab all of that. Get my wrist hand braces on, but I'll be back in Lurgan. Sounds good. Stoked to see windows. Here, I'll show you real quick. They're just right here. Look at them. That's all of them. I took a screenshot and I'm gonna put it on the wiki. I have to make 3 edits before I'm allowed to put them on the wiki. Got a little palette laid out? Yeah. Don't ask me how hard that was. So we've been having a lot of conversations about color blindness these last few streams. These last couple weeks. This is why. Trying to do this while colorblind was a bit of a thing. But we did it. I'm pretty happy with it. It's as good as it's gonna get. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. It's one of those, like, things that are painful, but you enjoy it anyway. Fire and I have opposite color eyeball shenanigans. Interesting. It's like one is colorblind and one is something else, or different kinds of colorblindness. There's all sorts of things that can go with your eyes, right? Oh, I'm aware of all the eye problems. I also have just bad vision. But that doesn't come up as frequently as the color thing, it seems. Nope, didn't actually make any microclines. I see extra oranges. She has tried anomaly. Okay. Extra oranges. Bonus oranges. That's interesting. So what's an example of a thing? Well, you said you're going to run off. What's an example of a thing that is bonus orange? See more colors in grays too. Interesting. I don't know that I've met anyone who has an expanded color gamut. I'm definitely the reduced color kind of eyeball weirdness. Is this all microcline? That's all microcline. Sweet. Okay, we got plenty of microcline here. How do you even know if that's a thing? Yeah, that's kind of my next question. Everyone has just their own experiences, right? I just see a lot more of them and make more swatches in a gradient and people will go, that whole chunk is the same color. Interesting. Can you see in darker places than other people? We were talking about that too. Cones don't work in the dark. Rods are for, like your black and white vision works better in the dark than your color vision. So I was trying to explain how, like the experience of being colorblind, and I was explaining it in terms of like seeing something in the dark and not knowing what color it is. Silver grates. And then we're just gonna do the thing. It's very likely I still need to get officially tested. Oh, that's fair. I mean, what even tests do they do? Or can they do? Because there's like, you know, there's the Ishihara thing, but that only gets you so far. Okay, so we've run through our blocks. We're making some more blocks. I need something magma safe for buttons. Good night, JM. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna need a bunch of mechanisms. Oh, I'm gonna need so many mechanisms. Anyway, we're not gonna finish this, JM. So come back on Monday. We're gonna be working on this. Yeah, and Saturday we're gonna be working on the Talos Principle on Saturday, and then Monday, Thursday next week we're gonna be working on this because this is turning into a whole thing. Have a lovely Friday. Thanks for streaming. Yes, you too. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you being here. Yeah. I appreciate you. Appreciate you tolerating all of my color shenanigans. So I need some buttons. And how are we gonna do this? I guess I want the buttons to be kind of in here, right? I'm gonna want like 4 of each. So I'm gonna say like in a, yeah, back here somewhere. How do I, maybe something like this, right? Or that's like the corner. So maybe here and here, and then here and here. So I can't do those exactly, so maybe here. Oh, but I need, no, I want like, right? So here's the vision for uni people. There's gonna be water inlets and magma inlets into this basin down here. And we're gonna have buttons and mechanisms and logic such that, oh hey, the humans are here. We're gonna go back and forth between filling it with magma and filling it with water. So I wanna have like some magma in here, and then the magma turns off, and then we fill it with water. All of the water turns the magma into steam. Because we are on a magma flow, we do not end up with obsidian. It creates steam, goes up through the grates, and then that consumes all of the magma, and then that begins pressing the water buttons. That turns off the water, turns on the magma, and you repeat. That is the vision here. So I'm going to have a handful of buttons that are triggered by some depth of water, and then a handful of buttons that are triggered by some depth of magma. So I think I want it like this, right? I want the button to be depressed when there's 3 or more water on this button. That is my thinking here. So I'm gonna put a water one here. And it needs to be magma safe. Kalinite magma safe. Oh, come on. I'm gonna have one there, and then here. Orthoclase. I'm pretty sure orthoclase is magma safe. I'm gonna have to make a bunch more. Yes, orthoclase is magma safe. So that at least gives me 2. So then I want is that right? Because I have here, yeah, I guess it is all asymmetrical. Not asymmetrical, but like it's not same kind of symmetry. Sure. Orthoclase. And then this one goes here. Why did the one end up different? Right? And then I think diorite? No, apparently. I don't think granite is. Okay, I need more magma safe mechanisms. Like, why? Right, so that's interesting. I didn't do anything wrong, I don't think. Anyway, hello humans. We asked the humans for expensive meat. Because they're the only ones we can make that request of. And then there's still a couple of gems that I want more of. We have all the colors, but there's some colors I want some more of. Specifically, violet spessartine. I'm sure there's others, but that's the one I know of right now. So we'll just do that. They might even have some right now, for that matter. So we should definitely trade with them. Silver grates. Boop, 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 boop. Sweet. And then we have our fancy bin here. Yeah, someone made a tourmaline ring somehow. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine. We're probably should make some more clothing at some point. Let's do this to get me a report. Yep, we need 85 kobold-sized bodywear. Of course, of course. I want to say we have more plant cloth than llama cloth. We got quite a bit of wool. Got quite a bit of both. Okay. Let's do wool, toga, or not, yarn. Yarn toga. Please make for me 50 yarn togas. Who's this? Oh, blind cave ogre skeleton, of course. And now our broker is eating. Okay. That's fine. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Strange. Oh well. We're already up to 70 microclimb blocks. So that's a good sign. That one, oh, gotta wait for that one. Hello, gamers. How's it going, SMK? Hello, hello. We are gaming the system here. Kind of. Interesting that I guess it just takes the color of the mechanism. Interesting. Hello, DJ. How's it going? We're making a sauna. I guess I need to make a bunch more mechanisms. Rock, mechanism. Can I specify? I can. Oh, why have I never specified the material of a mechanism before? Pretty sure bauxite is magma safe. Yes. Please make for me 20 magma safe mechanisms. That would be lovely. My grandma blew up? What does that mean? Going okay. Looking at demos on Steam. Excellent. There's some good stuff out there. My partner's big on demos. Trying to think of the last one they were talking about. Oh, there was a weird one. What was it called? I'm gonna not remember what that specific one was called. But it was like a really weird mash between a bunch of different genres. Did a demo stream last week, may try to make that a regular thing. That sounds fun. That'd be cool. There's plenty of them out there. Plus, you don't have to spend all the money, right? Don't have to buy every single game on the internet. Because that's kind of hard. Yep, absolutely both of those. Yep. Okay, so there's one other aspect of this that I haven't quite wrapped my mind around. I'm gonna have 4 buttons connected to a thing that lets in magma. I'm gonna have 4 buttons connected to a thing that lets in water. They're both gonna have to flip each other. So that's the thing. Every time something happens, it has to turn one on and turn the other off. And they both have to flip like they're gonna be going between 2 states, right? Grandma liked playing with dynamite and she actually blew up. Oh, do you mean like for real? Because that's unfortunate. It's always hard to tell how serious an LOL is on the internet, isn't it? But if so, I mean, I guess go out doing what you love, I guess. There's worse. There's worse ways to go. Who left their hat here? Who left their hat here? Okay, I'm gonna channel out all of this. Now, so here's the deal, right? Maybe I need to think this through. So I have four levers, right? I'm gonna have 4 water. I'm gonna have 4 magma. And by levers, I mean pressure plates. And then there's gonna be a floodgate. I guess they're both gonna be powered by pumps. So we're gonna have 2 pumps. We're gonna have access to power. So we have I don't know how to draw a pump. Hi, cat. We have a pump for water. Now I can't see anything. Hi. No, thanks. Just sneeze on my screen and move on. Oh my god. 1 second. You're gross. God. Okay, yeah, go up there. That's fine. Incidentally, because I have so many hours in Dwarf Fortress, Steam thinks I am horny for dwarf games, despite the fact that I am not sure I have played a second one. Yeah, right? Yeah. Steam thinks of dwarf as a category, somehow. I don't know if that makes sense. So these are both going to get power, right? So basically, we're going to have a mechanism for each of these that is going to toggle the power of both. I wonder if elf is a category. Probably? But I bet there's more dwarf games than elf games. So we somehow need, like, we need to multiplex these into one signal. We're gonna AND all of these together. And then this signal needs to be like, needs to turn one pump on and the other pump off, or I guess one mechanism, right? Do mechanisms toggle, or do they have like an on-off? Because like doors do on-off. Maybe that's the first thing we need to test. So if they just toggle, then I just need to like flop their states to start with. That wouldn't be too bad. Quantum entanglement. That's good. Cats are so cute. Thank you. They're great. They're both little chubby kittens. The tan one is like maybe a year old. And then the bigger one, Heck, is maybe about 2 years old. And they, oh man, they love each other. This isn't gonna tell me. It's not gonna tell me. There is indeed an elf category. Excellent. What's the most popular game in the elf category? So the thing So A, we need to multiplex multiple signals together. And you would do that by, like, I need all 4 buttons to be depressed in order for the thing to happen. So that would mean I would have a vertical shaft with 4 hatches vertically. So then there's water at the top and a button at the bottom. And then all 4 hatches have to be open for the water to get to the bottom and press the button. That wouldn't be too bad. I mean, there's ways for like one of the middle ones could activate and then close, then activate and close, and nothing would happen. Or you could have like the top one, like if there's waves going on in our basin, We could have like the top of hatch activates and then a wave passes and then closes. So you could potentially end up triggering your signal a bit before you intend to, but I don't think that would be that bad. We still need to have all 4 get depressed at least once. And we're having them trigger at depth 3. So that's going to take a moment to happen anyway, right? So I think that's fine. That's maybe fine. I don't know how to parse the absolute popularity, but popular titles includes free-to-play game and one that is Weck endowed? Female elf cartoon. I believe this. Well endowed. Okay, yes. I've been learning how to read through typos. It can sometimes be difficult. Yeah, I believe that. I believe the elf games bring a different kind of audience than the dwarf games. Maybe I should take off the mittens? Yeah, maybe. Maybe take off the mittens. So let's say we have a pillar of like a vertical column. Doesn't matter where it is because of quantum mechanisms. Can I just do this? Oh, but that doesn't clear it. That's fun. And then if I move around, yeah, it just stays there. Can I hide this? I don't have a way of just like hiding it real quick. Whatever. And then you have a button at the bottom, and then the button is the thing that does the thing. So then pressing and holding a button. Or maybe that's how you do it. Because we won't be just momentarily pressing that button. We'll be holding that button down. Once we have activated all 4 of our buttons of one kind or the other, then we'll be holding down a button that performs the switch. So maybe that button turns on the pump that pumps the magma, say, and then also turns on the pump that resets the water stack. Because then that would just take the water off the button, which would turn off the pump that's pumping the water. I might like that. I think I like that. If that works the way I'm thinking, I think we can make that work. That's gonna be awfully intricate. Confirmed the game is an erotic clicker, hilarious, where the player is sentient soup, not a typo, trying to save a pretty elf from a troll, I guess. Dwarf Fortress, it is not. Yeah. I don't know, there's a lot of mods these days. Can we get a Dwarf Fortress clicker mod? Oh my god, I say that like jokingly, but also kinda. Oh, I should actually trade with a human, shouldn't I? Can I get a Dwarf Fortress clicker? In some senses, it's already kind of a clicker. I would love to have more violet spessartine, but they didn't bring any. That's fine. I do want the expensive meat. None of this stuff, but like giraffe sweetbread, heck yeah. Giraffe tripe, now that's the good stuff. Lion spleen. Giraffe eye. Giraffe kidney, mostly I like giraffes. We eat a lot of giraffes here. Giraffe sweetbread. the term sweetbread has always kind of given me pause. I don't know why they call it sweetbread. How much do we have? We got a fair bit here. Full clicker game and a Lua overlay using the underlying sprites, right? And like a bunch of the underlying systems, but just simplified or automated in some way. A procedural clicker? Can such a thing be done? I am not the person to make this happen. But surely there is someone out there who can do that. Apparently bread or its homophone came from a word for meat. Oh. So it works the other way around. So bread is called bread because it's similar to meat? I guess I accept this. And I guess we had access to meat before bread. Only a couple thousand years. Well, I'm asking for a lot, aren't I? Is there something huge in here? There we go. That's what fixes it. A gold ring. There we go. Honestly, it might be a flesh equals bread Christianity connection. Oh. That never occurred to me. That would make a lot of sense. Considering how much of our language is influenced by such things. Okay, so this is all nicely encapsulated. I probably should have put this stair here instead. Just for the sake of consistency. I guess I still can. Let's do... Blop, blop. Call it good. So... It bugs me that these are all different color. As silly as that is. On the elf game topic, in popular titles, Christmas waifu elves. You know, I've never seen this game, but you say that and I can immediately imagine what it looks like, right? Paints a very specific picture. And I do want to just encircle all of these. Not mess things up too badly. Well, that happened quickly. I guess we have all our blocks down here, right? That's the benefit of doing that. Even when I was a teen and though I thought I was a boy, I would probably would have held my interest. Yeah. There's a lot of things that can hold your interest at that age, right? At least that was true for me. guess I need to get rid of this first. Then I think we can go ahead and do this. Happy that I apparently got this figured out the first try. Okay, so there's a couple things. There's still a couple pending things here. Oh, and I should wrap up at some point. We've made good progress here. We put down a footprint, right? We are well on our way. Probably gonna need more silver grates, though we're still working on silver grates. We have not made our mechanisms yet. Have we? Do we? I mean, we have bauxite, right? Surely we're fine on bauxite. We're just swimming in shale forever. It says we have bauxite. Can you do so? It appears so. So I'm just gonna let that go. So we're gonna have to get power down here. Down here. We do have power made. We're only gonna have to bring down one power axle and then split it between two things. And then we just need to be specific with our mechanisms. And then I think I can probably still use this as our water input, right? This was our test water. But if we can access above, yeah, so that's fine. So then if we could get it, we could just route it over. It has to go to, 4 of these. We don't want to cross our water and our magma, right? So we're gonna need like, that'll be on different floors. We're gonna have to have a water floor and then a magma floor, and they go down parallel to each other. But that's fine. Magma is gonna be on this floor, so maybe we're probably gonna end up doing it basically right here. So magma is gonna pump over this way into 4 of these. And water is going to pump over this way into 4 of these. That's not so bad. And then it's the pumps themselves that are controlling the flow. So there's going to be a bunch of water and or magma in our plumbing even after they deactivate, but that is also fine. That shouldn't be a problem. I think this is going to work. I think we're gonna make something cool here. No access? Oh, I guess we can't get over... No, you could. I've already used them all. No, weird. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Winded? Oh, takes so long to bring stuff down here. So wall goes here. We channel this. And then most of that got done. So basically we're gonna have, I'm gonna say the right hand one, or like the more clockwise one, is gonna be for magma. Of course, it's right there. That was not on purpose. I'm actually just gonna do a blueprint. And we'll do that on this level, so we'll probably pump from like over here. And then this one is here. And then this one goes here. And then this one goes here. And then the other side just goes up 2 more? That's not that bad. Oh. Can't do that. Okay, so it's gonna have to like do one of these, right? But that's fine. That's fine. And then this one. Also blueprint. Also needs to do something. We could just go up to here. Which I don't need to mine it. Gonna have to redo this whole, my entranceway here. I guess that's the other thing. We have to somehow be able to enter our stairwell through all of our plumbing. That shouldn't be too bad. Okay, I'm liking this. Or no, I want to go here. Doop. Remove. Nope, not. Oh my god. There we go. So, I think we're in good shape here. Hello, fire snake. We've been blessed by the fire snakes. I suppose that's a good thing. So then water's gonna go to those 4. Magma goes to the other 4. There's going to be logic stuff happening elsewhere, but that can be anywhere. And then we have to get power down here. We have to get power down over here specifically, which actually isn't that bad because we aren't really under our fortress over here. Right? We have power coming down. To here and here. So we could tap into it here, right? And just run something over there. That wouldn't be too bad. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Saw my first fireman last night. Excellent. Was fighting a fire imp. Who won? I assume the man won. Okay, I am satisfied. We're going to continue this. Yes, the man. Yes, the man. Okay. So we're doing something quite silly here. Absolutely pointless from a gameplay perspective, but you know, that's how that goes. That's what I want. So we're gonna continue. And sometime in the next stream or two, I imagine our king is going to pass of old age. And something else is going to happen. That will be interesting. I have a lead apprentice, right? Is lead apprentice for the monarch? Or is that for like the fortress leader? I can't set who inherits the monarchy, right? I don't think I have any influence over that. It would be kind of hilarious if a polar bear person inherited the monarchy of our civilization. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if I have any influence over that though. I had to look at the combat log to see who we'd been fighting. That's funny. Well, I smell food cooking out there. Also, there's a cat thigh. I hope this was enjoyable. I'm enjoying this. We cooked up something just strange enough that we have to like think about how this works. So honestly, even if it doesn't have the effect that I want it to have, even if it's not as dramatic as I want it to be, it's gonna be cool because we did it. So come by for that. Come by on Saturday for more Talos Principle. That is fun. We're doing great there. Come by Monday, Thursday next week. We're going to continue with Dwarf Fortress, and then we're just going to kind of do whatever we want from there. I don't know. Adventure mode at some point. We have a polar bear man-sized suit of adamantine armor, and a divine metal axe, and a legendary polar bear person. Like legendary 100+ fighter polar bear person with adamantine armor. And yeah, like adventure mode at some point. It's going to happen. Today's episode is brought to you by Steam. All those sales, all those demos, and by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you want to hang out. The Steam, it is rising. There's a sale on. And I hope you come by for more. I appreciate being here. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Hope you have a good weekend. And I hope you stay kind.